Good morning, everybody. I want to show you some progress on the project that we've been doing, our pavilion. And so the tile on the outside is finished and the paint. I think the only thing we have to do on the outside is put rain gutters up. And then the windowsill on the outside. So that's kind of what needs to be done. And Mark has to put the hinges on the doors. And we'll probably the plastic on for a while, but he may go ahead and put the screen on the inside. But I wanted to show you the inside of the pavilion because in August we did a lot of work in there. I finished some up in September, and then of course October we've been busy with the harvest. But we wanted to have a great place to sit and have our Bible studies and to eat lunches and breakfast. So I'm going to try and show you this without bouncing you around too much. So a friend of mine, Sveta, and her daughter Luba helped, as well as her youngest daughter some. So we've got different scripture. That up there is from Psalms 19:2. I think it's going to be the same in the English. Their Psalms gets off one chapter from ours. And so a bunch of clouds, but we put different scripture around. So we have some hollyhocks, which are a very traditional Ukrainian flower, and we put them on each side of the doorway. And then we did just a lot of flowers that we see here and some from America. So I believe this is my hyacinthus plant that I have, and I kind of copied it and put it here. The flowers are a little bit smaller. But one of the things that we've done is we've hidden all sorts of other animals. So you see the butterfly there. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Sorry. And we've got a ladybug there. We've got several of them hidden around. And then if we kind of go lower, where is it? Right, there it is. We have, kind of there at the bottom of the screen, there we go, a centipede or caterpillar. Yeah. So, and let me take you around the room. Oh, I forgot. Over here we have a little frog hidden down at the bottom. Yeah. And I wanted to hide a bunch of little animals to create curiosity for what people could see. So just some simple yellow and white flowers there, the electrical plug, and a little mouse hiding behind a rock. We're going to put up a little fencing around the bottom, and I misjudged the height of the fence for this one, so I had to put a little rock under the mouse. And then we move on. Let's see, a couple birds up there. I think those are swallows. Might be sparrows. And then there's the tree. A lot of the abstract stuff I did, and she did some of the more meticulous stuff like the hollyhocks. She did the flowers, whereas I did the leaves. And then so far I think I've done most of this other stuff. I am not a very creative person, but boy, I can copy stuff. So anyway, in the tree we have a scripture right there, kind of hidden in it. Her youngest daughter put some acorns in there. It's not really the right kind of tree, but and then I hid some little birds there, like that one. There's 4 little birds, one around the corner. Let's see if I can, oops, oh sorry. There it is right there. So a lot of the painting goes around the corner into the windows. The youngest girl put a squirrel, and I think her older sister helped finish it. I've got some pigs, and they'll look like they're peeking through the fencing and peeking over the fence. So let's move on the other side of the door there. That door will lead to our outdoor kitchen. Let me minimize this again. Let me take you over here. Again, we have a scripture here out of Isaiah 48. We've got some hedgehogs. That was my hand. I think they kind of look like hedgehogs. A little family of them. And then I found some drops of paint on the green, so I added in a couple of ants. So there's 2 ants there, and then over here is another ant. And one of the things I'm really pleased with is my friend Sveta taught me how to paint this certain way, and I did these irises. And purple irises are kind of a symbol for my side of the family, but I am just shocked at how well they turned out. I'm just so proud of them. And then of course the little butterfly there. Yeah. And again, a bird up there, some different clouds. We put some scripture above this window. It's from Matthew 6:26. And then in the corner, we added a few more birds. So again, these are very abstract. So these are the ones that I did. Let me see if I can get this tilted enough for you to see. So kind of 2 doves there, if I can get it to focus in. And some more of the swallows. Boy, I'm making this bouncy. I'm so sorry. So then another thing that I did, which I was really tickled with, is the chickens here. 4 chickens. Mark was like, you got to put some chickens in here. So I did. So I painted them white, and then I took the black and painted on top of them. Let me see. And my rooster here just turned out really, really good. Yeah. So I'm happy with the chickens. And basically I just found pictures, I printed them on paper, cut the paper out, then I traced and painted. So this is dahlias, and I started to paint the flowers and I didn't do very well. So my friend Sveta came and did them, and they turned out pretty good. The white was just difficult. We tried gray, we tried yellow to see what would make it stand out. We wanted American colors here. And in the middle of this, we have hidden a little spider. And then up in there is another ladybug. And there's a couple hidden around that I think I've forgotten to show you. One of the things that she did was the grapevine here. And grapes are kind of a big thing here. We asked her older daughter did some monarch butterflies for us because we're from California and they're really big there. Pastor Sergey wrote out all the scriptures and then I painted them. So this is John 15:5. You know, I am the vine, you are the branch. Scripture, and that's why we have the vines here. They've also added in some beautiful birds that can be found throughout Ukraine. So very, very interesting. A blue jay there. Very cool. And this is not a cardinal. I forget what the name of this bird is here. But lots of white dots. But they did some beautiful work on this. Then I tried my hand at bluebonnets because my family spent a lot of time in Texas and they turned okay. She did the rose bush, which was really cool, and her daughter did the butterfly, and I did the 2 little rabbits kind of down at the bottom. And we've got another bird up there. Here's some marigolds, which are used a lot here, especially around tomato and pepper plants because the aphids don't like marigolds. So I just kind of got pictures of 3 different kinds and I painted those. Again, very abstract, but they turned out pretty good, I think. I was kind of, again, proud that using some of the techniques that my friend taught me. Now this is one of the big things that they did, and it's just kind of gorgeous. Let me see if I can keep here where the sun's not shining and reflecting off the plastic. So we've got the blue and yellow colors for Ukraine, and then we've got the red, white, and blue birds for America. And just some of the birds that you can find here. Very beautiful. The yellow one there with the little black hat. And some brown ones. So these she did such a great job on. And the flowers, just beautiful. And then again, there's one of the scriptures that we kind of hid in there. And that one's from John 7:37. Kind of, let's see if I can get my finger right there is the scripture reference. Yeah. So then, bees are really big here, and she has bees, our Pastor Sergey has bees, so they did some beehives, and she's painted hers at her house with really bright colors, and it's pretty cool. So we did one with the Ukrainian colors there on the left, and America Colors in the middle. And she did this painstaking work. I don't know if you can see the little bees there going into the holes. And some of them are like, there's a couple flying up above. Yeah, there you go. There's some more. And then I hid another little mouse down in there. Yeah, and you can kind of see some of the flies. Then I thought I'd do a surprise for Mark. Oh, let me get over here. Oh, he's going to start up a generator, so it might get noisy. So I put him on his tractor out in the field. Yeah, so pretty cool. Again, I just took a picture, I printed it on paper, I cut it up and put it on there and outlined it, and not too bad. Another big thing that's here is the sunflowers. So I did a field of sunflowers and then some big ones up front. Lots of detail work. Oh my goodness. But it was kind of cool, I think. Then we have a lot of storks here, especially in our village and around the area. So we wanted to put some storks, and they've got some eggs up there. And then her daughter put the woodpecker. Yeah. So just little stuff all over the place. Then these are just some abstract flowers that I did. I used sponges, again copying. Yeah, and I think there is a ladybug hidden in there too somewhere. Let's see if I can find it for you. Oh, there it is, right there in the middle. You see it? So then over in here, we have Guelder Rose, or what's called Kalina here. Very traditional plant. We have some out by our driveway with the little berries. Again, another spider there and a little mouse hidden. And then up above, we have another scripture, and that one's from Psalms 49. So I think that would be Psalms 48 for us. And another really pretty bird that I did, amazed. And then back around to the hollyhocks. And I put in a butterfly there, and I was just, again, shocked at how God has helped me to do this. I probably can never paint like this again. Again, I'm just a copier. Yeah. So this is our pavilion. And so we are going to be able to sit out here. Mark has made us a long wooden table, and we'll put it on top of these tables once I get them cleaned up, because there's paint all over them. And the two cans there are a sealer that we're going to spray, because the blues and the greens and some of the whites are actually wall paint, but the other paints are not. And so we need to seal them up so that the rain doesn't cause them to run, or the snow. But Mark has fixed the frames here. He's got the little pieces of wood which will help the windowsills wick off the water, and then we'll put screens in here. We tried eating out here a year or two ago, and it was really nice, but the bugs, oh my goodness, the flies, especially since we're so close to the barn, and the pigs just ate us alive. So with the screens, we are going to be able to eat out here a lot. So he's got, the biggest wind comes in from that direction. So he's kind of got metal, but plastic is all around. So just kind of cool. And again, everything wraps around. Just kind of give you a wider view of how everything looks. I thought about painting up onto the ceiling some, but with that being wood, oops, sorry, I'd have to do something a little bit different. Decided not to go overboard. But just beautiful. And when I look out here and see all this stuff, it's just really pleasant for the soul. So I gotta move the camera around. So everywhere you look is just this beauty. And all the little animals that are hidden. That's my ladder up to my she shed. Yeah. So did a couple layers of the grass, you know, some long, some short, and this is the little fencing we're going to use. We'll cut off some of the feet a little bit so it doesn't stand that tall, and then I'll paint it and it'll go around the edge. Yeah. So kind of cool. And of course we got to figure out what we're going to do for the floor, but that's probably for another year. Anyway, this is some of the big work that we were doing in August between harvesting different things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and just excited for us. I'm excited for us to be able to use this pavilion. So I'm going to go ahead and stop before Mark gets that little generator running full steam.